day, live my life. Okay.
Not everyone rush out and get her a record deal.
Boom, boom, boom.
I love everybody.
I definitely think Angela should
Especially my Uncle Charlie.
These are some really good songs.
Do you have an Uncle Charlie?
I do. I think my uncles are all dead.
Oh.
Let's begin it. All right. All right. Welcome back. Episode 3 to Besties, No Boundaries.
Yeah, we got the name right this time.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am Catrina,
And I'm Julie.
and we have special guests today with us.
Yeah.
I'm Abby.
I'm Katie.
These are my children, my El Childrino.
And technically Angela's too.
Yeah.
She looks like she could be my child now that she has brown hair. She looks like she actually could be my kid.
I know.
Because they would never look like my children before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're working at her getting.
We're that lesbian couple. You gave birth to this one.
We need to get some brown contacts now so you guys can be like, sorry. Oh, sorry. Katie's been sick of
Eventually, we'll take the microphone away.
Today's episode, well, I guess it features Starbies.
Yeah.
And
MooMoos. This was my idea. I just want to say that, put that out there, that this was Katie's idea. All Katie's idea.
yeah.
I'm against Katie's idea. She's lucky I love her.
Yeah, I wasn't too fond of the MooMoos either.
They made me put a bra on. You're not supposed to wear a bra with
Why
MooMoos.
don't you share with everyone what you found in your moo?
I put my MooMoo on and I thought that there was one of those silica packets in the pocket and I checked and some kid put their candy trash in my pocket.
In her brand new Waddle.
was so disgusting.
Who does that in a Walmart?
She's like, you leave it? She was like, oh, there's something in the pocket.
It's a pocket. No, I thought Katie had put it in there.
So she's why I did not partially used MooMoo.
That's so gross.
Just someone who did not like their MooMoo had to return it to him.
Wait, so can we start with what is the obsession with the MooMoo?
Yeah.
She's been asking for us to get these MooMoos for like a month.
She already did. I got a cherry one.
Oh yes, I do. We do have matching.
We have matching cherry.
It's like a t-shirt though,
but it's like a big oversized t-shirt.
What? I mean, that's all.
This
it
is the grandma. This is the grandma t-shirt or MooMoo. I like the grandma ones because, you know, it really has some color and it's
got a little lace.
no, I just
Lace.
they're loose and comfy.
I made mine kind of sexy with like undoing the button. This is a Friday night in the moo.
This is her Friday night weekend going to the club MooMoo. Not quite her weekday MooMoo.
Yeah. Oh, we
No, her
stains on it. Oh my! It's not the same movie.
It's got stains on it, Julie.
Friday night.
Brought my snacks.
Oh, I thought you were say something else.
A snack.
I thought you were gonna say way something else there.
This is PG-13 day because we have kids on here.
Yeah, not a kid. I'm 18. This is
Your baby
I feel
adults.
discriminated
Okay,
against.
Speaking of that, pull a card now.
Oh,
Is Katie going or
I don't care.
have Katie go first because she's
Okay.
the MooMoo.
Yeah, she likes her microphone.
I love my MooMoos.
Okay.
Okay, who is the worst person to call for relationship advice?
Between the four of us.
Oh, between the four of us. Okay.
Is just Katie answering or all
Katie
of us?
Katie has to answer. It's her
Okay.
card. She picked it.
Come on. I feel like it's definitely Aunt Julie. Because one, she hasn't, you know, well, she has a husband.
I was
But
like, I'm married now. Oh, now I figured it out.
she has a husband, but you know, it took a little bit to get there.
It did.
So
Can we go on one of our memories?
Yeah.
We used to go like camping or okay. We used to go camping or like go out with our Aunt Julie, and me and Katie were always tasked with finding Aunt Julie a boyfriend. So we used to hang out the window and yell, "Do you want to be my Aunt Julie's boyfriend?"
Yeah. They did do that.
What about the time at the at Safeway?
That was Katie.
That was Katie, right? When
Yeah.
you guys, do you want to tell
The
that
story had to go to Safeway and get my mom wanted a bottle of wine and something else.
cucumber?
That
You were getting a cucumber.
Wine and cucumber is not sound like a
we're
good
not
idea.
supposed to nurse my mom, so I don't know. She
Well,
was
she was
playing wine.
She was making us it was dinner. We were having dinner or something over there, wasn't
Well,
it?
we had to get wine and something else. And Katie was like, I got to carry, she wants like, 5, 6. And she wanted to carry the basket. And so we put I put the bottle of wine in the basket carried by a 5-year-old, whatever. So we get up to the checkout and it's some dude checking us out. And then she's like, you want to date my Aunt Julie? And I'm just like, I don't know who Aunt Julie is. It's not me.
Didn't your mom put her up to it though?
She
I think she paid her to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because my mom was always trying to hook me up with people. I'm in the ER in severe like abdominal pain.
Okay.
And the doctor comes in and my mom's like, she's single. And I'm just like,
Didn't she end up getting you with Uncle Bobby though?
she did.
So she
At
was
least-
successful.
She did. She just had to like try a couple doctors and things like that first. But yeah, Katie totally told to give me away to a Safeway checker.
Yeah. See, if you were wearing your Friday night MooMoo, that's what it was. If she was wearing her Friday night MooMoo, she would have definitely.
It's just you would have had to pop one more button. Popping buttons.
Saturday night MooMoo now.
Can we talk about hold on 1 second. Can we talk about I gotta not flash everybody
I
here.
was just gonna say, please
And
be
don't
careful.
mind my white legs, but look at hold on. What do we look at? Look at my sock shoe situation.
Oh, you might get a full glimpse of that.
I got
Wiener doll.
I got wiener dogs on my feet.
They're wearing sweaters.
They're weak
Sweaters. Sweaters.
Always keep a sweater on.
and Marina are the ones that wear the sweaters.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Sweater wiener.
I think last episode we said that this episode was going to be about I keep wanting to say Mothers and Mayhem.
Mothers
Murder
and MooMoos.
and now MooMoo.
I'm against the Moo thing. Still
So
against MooMoos.
so the girls, I'm sure I'm sure the girls have a story locked and loaded about me as a mom.
yeah.
Now that they've told one about Aunt Julie.
Yeah.
So
And you guys already talked about the sugar-free gummy bears, so I can't really get into that.
Thanks,
girls.
that's
her
where
favorite story.
that was one of those like we have a rule in our family that inside the house. I shouldn't say inside the house. At the house, out on our property, we have a rule that anything that happens inside the 4 walls, like anything that's said, it stays there. It's like
Kinda like
it's like the
Vegas.
safe zone,
Yeah.
right? It's like Vegas. Whatever happens here stays here. Like we don't go and tell other people things. Well, that was one of those stories that slipped out of the vault.
They told me.
It was, I want to preface, it was pulled in the 4 walls.
She was, I got into the house, like 2 feet into the house. She was like,
And
Mom,
then
poop
we were
your
done.
pants.
So anyway,
She actually sharted.
I can't wait until
They're moms and we could do this to them.
yeah, or I can like give their kids candy and be like,
Are they
don't
gonna
we
be
terrorize your
sugar-free?
mom?
Yeah.
I might. You don't know.
Sugar-free
That's not funny.
Change the diaper.
I'm gonna be one of those kick-ass grandmas, man. I'm gonna be like, hey, by the way, I'm taking the kids for the weekend. We're going to Vegas, and you're gonna be like, what the heck? We want to go, Mom. Like, no, sorry, this is Grandma.
I'll still grab you 2 and go do something. She can have the baby.
Anyways, you guys probably have a story.
Do you want me to go first?
God, I can't even imagine what this story is gonna be.
First, we lived out in the country. We always live out in the country, but we were living out in the country, and there was a big groundhog.
I know you thought. And our house was going ground. It wasn't a groundhog.
What
It
are
was
they
a mole.
Yeah, a mole. So they were like everywhere. We had so many of them. And okay, and one was popping up, and she was like, "I'm gonna go get that mole."
Because Lucy, our dachshund, was going after it.
Yeah. And so she grabbed the shovel. She's walking out there, all confident. Me and Abby are watching her, like, "What the heck?" All of a sudden, she goes, "Bam, bam, bam."
She just starts whacking it, like wailing on it.
I had a bad day that day.
And she goes, "Die, die, die!" She's just hitting on it.
Well, the problem she had was she kept hitting it because she was seeing it move, but it was moving because she was hitting it with a shovel.
So I was over the day, okay? And the mole was in my
I
yard.
mean, this is the perfect podcast to talk about the story because it's murder. It's where your murder started.
It's for her psychotic murder.
And now it's up to something else.
I was just trying to make sure that Lucy didn't catch like rabies or some crap from the mole.
She just wanted to play a game of whack-a-mole.
And the girls were standing. Do you remember the house out the cone?
Yeah.
They were standing on the back porch. Like there was just like 4 steps. That's all the porch was. They're standing like at the sliding glass door. And then I took a picture.
Memory. They're like scared for life.
Sure, I'll have to have Dwayne put the picture on somewhere back here.
Yeah.
But there's a picture of, I had the girls take a picture because I wanted to send it to Dwayne to prove that like I had taken care of business.
That you were a murderer.
I was taking care of business at the house. And in the picture is this like dead mole. Right? At the edge of the on the edge of the shovel. And Lucy's on the ground like, oh.
Me and Abby are just sitting right there going, oh my gosh,
Thank you, Katie. That was
my favorite. I still keep that one with me because, oh my goodness, just visualizing her with a shovel going, die, 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 die.
I'm gonna need Dwayne to make the like thumbnail image of this episode. Your dead mole face.
We're really gonna need that.
Okay, wait. My story is not like a full-on story, but it's just a little memory of my mom goes to the Starbucks in Safeway and she has made friends with the gay barista.
Sounds like her.
And I mean like they are besties. Like she will compliment him on his lipstick.
It sounds like me.
Yeah.
He wasn't there today.
No, it's not in Lebanon.
No, it's
Well, I was in Sweet Home.
Oh. Yeah, I was out. I haven't actually I think his name was Eric.
I think so.
I haven't seen him in a long
This boy was really confused by the leche. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, I know exactly which one you're talking about. He's so slow. I know. I mean, slow makes
If you're gonna
drink.
cancel, it's Abby. She has her own podcast, not ours.
When I say slow, I mean like he takes a long time to make the drinks.
Maybe he's very
He did. Really confused him.
Maybe it's very thorough.
Yeah.
Also, I did
They are
I
good,
did
so-
kind of set up Aunt Julie to go in there and order something, but she had no idea because I said it was a dulce de leche something another. I didn't give her the real name.
It was a cinnamon dolce latte, which I
I
didn't
said
like.
dulce. You like, come on.
You said dolce leche. But like, I don't know. And I'm like,
yeah, continue your
story. Come on,
That was really it. I
Go
mean, I don't.
she's
That's
nice fun with.
for our best like grand story is mom killing the mole.
Yeah,
That's really your best story about me?
I mean, there's a lot of little ones like how you learned how to say put the fries in the bag and freaky ya and
Yeah. She
the time you fell down the stairs. That was really funny. Katie. She was walking up the stairs or something. All I heard was a yell. She went, and then I just heard a thump, and I see her rolling down the stairs. These stairs right here in the house.
Oh, it was okay. The stairs are carpet, and so when you have your socks on, they're really slippery going down. And I was kind of running, so I was running down them here, and I just went, and my butt. Oh my gosh, my butt was sore for the next week.
That's why I always, whenever your dog is on the stairs with me, I let him like go down first because I don't need like me and Willie like and go to the stairs.
Remembered.
I store down the stairs. I'll break
Oh
some.
boy. My story is one summer we went on the boat and we came back and we're at the dock.
Oh, this wasn't this last summer. It was the summer before. It was 2 summers, but you got to tell all the details.
So my boyfriend Jaden was with us and he had gotten out and was like,
So he wasn't your boyfriend yet.
He was just a boy that was around.
and so my mom saw him do this. He just like jumped out and started pulling the boat in. Very cool. And my mom decided, hey, at 40 years old, I can do that.
She wasn't 40 yet.
No, I wasn't 40 yet. And
Already
also,
fine.
I think I had at least 5 hard
Yeah.
seltzers.
She was feeling
I've
good.
been in the sun all day.
Yeah. Thirsty. So she decided that she was going to do that same parkour move and jump out and immediately fell backwards, did a whole somersault on the dock right into the water and lost the sunglasses.
Well, I did not lose my flip flop. Okay, let's keep this all in perspective. I didn't lose my flip flops. I didn't lose my hat. I did lose my sunglasses, which were it was sad because I had bought those at Walgreens on Bourbon Street. So, R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. there. But It was because your dad was pulling the boat into the slip to park. And so Grandma Jean thought that I literally got sucked up into the boat. And like, I came up all like,
But she was laughing at the same time because she had so many seltzers in her. So I mean,
I
had
had
to laugh.
It would be nice if you have to laugh or you pee your pants at our age.
okay, but I was in the water, so I didn't care about being, but I was
You were already-
laughing too. But I didn't just do it once, that trip. It was a 4th of July trip out to the lake.
Mhm.
I did it like 3 times.
Yeah, I want to say it was 3 times because you did it once on the boat.
Yes.
You were in the water and she was standing on the back. I think you were dancing or something, and she just fell backwards straight into the water. What was the other time? I think it was
I
the
fell
same.
on. I was on the dock and I fell on the dock, but I didn't fall in the water.
I think the funniest part about that whole thing was she tried to grab. She tried to grab onto something, and she just couldn't. So she just like flopped down.
But I mean, this lady did a whole somersault.
Parkour.
I had never seen her so gymnatized or whatever. No word.
Well, I think I woke up the next day a little sore.
Yeah, a little bit.
I didn't tell anybody, but yeah, that was a little bit above my realm of parkour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nobody could stop laughing. So we were all sitting there while Mom was swimming in the water for like a solid 2
And
minutes.
Dad had to tell me because I was like, I like had that momentary like you come out of the water and right, like I'm already like, okay, I lost the sunglasses. Oh, still got my flip flops on though. Plus for that, my Archies.
Oh, I gotta get some of those.
Oh,
I'm still way late on
Best shoes
that.
ever. But the problem is I've got to get in the boat and I'm like, okay, so I'm in the front of the boat because Dwayne's still trying to like he had like immediately put it into
Yeah.
reverse. But I'm like at the nose and I'm like, okay, I still gotta and I'm trying to like this is how fucked up I am. Like in the head.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I've had 5 seltzers, I'm in the water, I didn't hit my head, I don't think. But I gotta get in the boat. Oh, I could just climb up the front of it. No, like I'm holding on to the
Only in movies. Only in movies do they do that. Like, back on the boat.
I look like a spider monkey, like all like. Oh, sorry.
Modesty officer.
For Saturday night, MooMoo.
Teresa.
I know. Me and Katie don't wear any.
I don't need to see where the betas came from.
No.
I have short toys, but yeah. So, anyways, Dwayne was like Katrina, swim to the back. Like he had to like say it like.
But it's the howling one.
He turned it off. Back there, he had turned it off. But that's why I was like, I don't know where to like. I was like, I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do.
Just swimming in the fish.
Anyway,
All right.
But that's my memory.
yeah.
What about Years of Aunt Julie?
Oh yeah, we got to test
That was mine. Was when we went camping. We were yelling out the window, "Do you want to be my Aunt Julie's boyfriend?"
Was that the trip to Moonshine?
I don't know. I just remember we were driving around gravel, and there was like a cliff. That's all I remember. Gravel and a cliff.
And guys were like, I'm not dating her, and jumping off the cliff.
Yeah.
Well, I have an Abby story.
Oh yeah.
Okay. It's not even that bad. It's not as embarrassing as the one I have a kid.
Oh, okay, I get it.
You would often, when they were younger, you'd be like, me and Dwayne are going to go do something. Do you want to babysit?
Yes.
I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, great. And so I don't know how old she was.
I think I know what story you're gonna tell. I
Yeah.
bet she was like 3.
No, because
Was it in the apartment?
she was playing as well.
Was it in the apartment or the
No,
house?
it was in the house on Rooster.
Oh, so she was probably 4 or 5,
Yeah,
somewhere in there.
maybe 6.
Yeah.
We're playing Chutes and Ladders. And I'm letting her win because she's 6 or whatever. And Katie's playing too. And I'm letting her win. And like by the 4th time that I've gone down the same chute,
Can't let me win and shoot the ladders. I want to preface that.
I know yeah.
She lost fair and square. She is salty about it.
I lost a couple years ago to her when she was a grown teenager. Anyway, I'm letting her win. Well, I go down. Now I'm like, I'm fed up and I'm like, oh, I'm going to beat her big time. I've got her. And so then I go down the same chute and I'm like, dang it. And she's like running away with it, even when I'm not even trying to let her. And then she just cackles and goes, actually, this is a little kid's game. You're so bad at it. I'm just like, I'm going to get this little girl.
Well, so then she showed up at the house when I was like, I want to say I was like 15. She shows up at the house and she goes, I brought you a gift. And I said, okay. She pulls out a Chutes and Ladder game and go, I want a rematch.
Yeah. I think she still beat me. And Katie beat me.
I
this time.
definitely did.
Before, Katie was just like putting her person wherever because she's little. But now Katie's like, hey, I beat you too.
Maybe that's what we need to play later.
Shoots and
Ladders.
ladders.
We
Yeah.
could have like a real game.
Yeah, but we got to find it. Only comes with 3 players. So I think last
Does
time
it
we
really?
had to use like a bottle cap or something as a third person or fourth person. Yeah.
I get the chicken egg.
Oh, there I go. Chicken egg. I'm going to fall down some chutes, girl. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Yeah. So, what was your story on Katie?
Oh, Katie. Katie's always been like the crazy one. Like Abby's very reasonable and like and Julia's the little kid's game. I don't know what that's your big problem here. You know, Abby's always been like when I would babysit, Abby knew the rules. Katie knew the rules but didn't care. So Katie, this was in the apartment, so I think Katie was like 2.
Oh,
She was
yeah.
being potty trained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably too.
And so she goes in the bathroom and she goes potty and she comes out and she's like, ah, and she's looking and she's pointing at this big bag of M&Ms that are on the counter and she can't reach them. And then Abby comes in and goes, she wants a potty treat. And I'm like, what? What? Yeah, if she goes potty in the toilet, she gets a treat. And she talked me into it. She goes, and I get one too. And I'm like, okay, so they got a handful of M&Ms. You didn't tell me about potty treats before you.
You gave the older one who didn't go potty treats too. It was a fun.
So she said, I guess this is an Abby story too. And she goes, I get them too. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, to be fair, yeah, like sure. Here's the weird part. I now have a black Labrador that gets potty treats. When he was little and he would go outside and we're potty training him. I do the same thing, like, oh, potty treat. So now he's 8 years old and still goes outside, comes back in, and he's like,
He's now Abby's
yeah,
level.
yeah. So yeah,
You know your headphones.
you have any mouth on?
She has them on backwards.
Are they? They fell off my head.
You're at the right side on the left.
So days on it. We got 3 more cards we gotta do. Well, hold on before you go. So I have to explain the potty treat.
The potty.
Before we go on to the cards.
Okay.
So I actually got that one from my my niece's mom at the time to get her to you have to align incentives and motivations is what I had learned.
Oh.
So it was if they go to the
Yes.
bathroom, if you go number 1, you get 1 potty treat. If you go number 2, you get 2 potty treats. But the problem is like Abby, because she's older, when Katie came around and started doing that, automatically Abby just assumed she gets treats too.
I peed earlier. Don't I get something?
Yeah. But then I think the problem was we also had to teach them that you can't go potty realistically 5 times in an hour.
Oh yeah. Well, she tried that. She went in there and there was nothing in the toilet, and I was like, "You
Yes.
just pulled your pants down for a second and sat."
We got to the point where we had to see evidence. Don't flush the toilet.
Thank goodness you girls have stopped doing that. Aunt Julie, something in the toilet for you. I'm getting a Nutella. So where's my Nutella cookie? But the best part was, as I just told this potty treat story last year at Katie's school. Oh my God. I told
In front of all my friends.
no, wasn't your friends?
Yeah.
Oh,
Was it your friends? Was it just those kids that hang out at your school?
It was in the office, so I didn't know if your couple friends were there. Yeah. And it was great. And she goes, so then she comes sees me later. All my friends are asking me if I want potty treats now. I'd be like, heck yeah, you owe me a soda, dude. I just went poop. She goes to the bathroom in the middle of class, comes back and looking at her teacher. She's like, hey up, I pooped.
I need poop money now.
That would be so embarrassing in front of the whole class. Where's my potty treat?
So anybody listening that goes to school with Katie, get the potty treats ready.
Please,
Or Abby. You want to show Abby?
Yeah, someone has to go over to Abby's school and pay her too when Katie
I
poops.
just use the potty at school.
No. Abby has a fear of the potty at school.
I have a public restroom. I do not have a fear.
No, Katie
I
likes
will
to,
do my business.
Katie likes to go on a bathroom tour when we're on road trips.
I'm right there with her.
Okay, but girl, we ain't
know
got to
what a
stop
good-
at every bathroom.
Starbucks has the best bathroom.
She doesn't even got to go, though. I was convinced that Katie does
Oh.
not have to go. She just wants to go see it.
I have to pee, okay? I have to pee every 2 seconds.
Tiny bladder.
Yes. She got a bladder the size of an elephant. She ain't got no tiny bladder. Anyways. Okay, card tip.
Oh, is it my
Well, Katie pulled the last one, so you go, Abby.
I'm gonna go for this one.
Uh-oh.
Who has the most annoying voice?
Oh no!
I think we just heard our evidence.
I'm the answer to all of the questions today.
Wait, does it have to be somebody in the room?
I mean, usually that's how.
Because I want to be honest with you, the person that did I don't know, was my cashier the other day. Pretty freaking annoying.
What? You gotta tell them the story about me with the sticker
my
guys.
We're at
yes.
Safeway.
Oh wait, hold on. Before you do, it happened at Walmart today. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Again?
Now you tell them.
Yeah, tell us about
Okay,
it.
so me and Katie went to Safeway because we wanted some ice cream and some raviolis. So that was our purchase, was ice cream and raviolis.
Right after the gym.
Also, I like a teenager, right, Julie? The total teenager move.
I got a job. I got big girl money, and this is what I started purchasing was ice cream and raviolis.
I mean, you do you.
Exactly. So we're at Safeway and we're buying this stuff. There was a couple other things that we had grabbed, but we went to self checkout and we're like finished. I've had my card in. I was finishing up the payment and whatever. And as I pull my card out, get the receipt, the guy that's like in charge of the self checkout, I guess, comes over and starts putting stickers on our stuff. And I was like, okay, whatever. I thought he was just gonna put it on a couple of them because he put them on random ones. He didn't put them in like an order or anything. And so Katie goes to grab her ice cream because she's very defensive about her ice cream. And he starts putting a sticker on it. And so they're like awkwardly trying to like hold the same thing. And she just looks at him and goes, "You done?"
He was just, I had to get some lady products too. And he was just like, ladies products.
Lady products. So he's like, oh, so you're a super overnight maxi with wings, huh? I like those kind of ladies. Super pleasant, heavy glow ladies.
He was like 30. No, he had to be. They
Could like women with pads, I mean.
Yes, like this, yeah.
So he was just putting them on there, and I was like, "Give me them! I need them! Like, just give me them!"
He's just very defensive about ice cream and raviolis as well.
Lady breasts.
So
What were the stickers for?
it said, "Thank you for shopping."
Because we didn't get bags.
It's like this, you know how like when you have like a giant 12-pack or something that you're going to put in a bag, they put it on it. But it happened at Walmart today when we bought the MooMoos.
If they put a sticker on my Lego set, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Ruin the box.
Well, she didn't put a sticker on it. She gave it to us and it said, "Thank you," with like the Walmart.
You didn't steal things today.
And I was like, okay, thanks. I don't really need this. There was a part of me that wondered if she thought Katie needed a sticker because she's a kid. I was like, she's a kid.
Well, she was buying
She
MooMoos.
loves
I don't know
special.
how old she is.
It's kind of special.
Did you ask her for potty treats?
I pooped. They'd be like, congratulations. You know what? That wouldn't be weird at a Walmart telling some random person you poop.
No. Hey, so we said we were going to talk about murder. And since we talked about me murdering a mogul, you told me earlier that you had a story. So here. Let me preface some of this, though. Julie and me, preface. Sorry. Thank you. Preface. Whatever. It's all the same. Well, Julie and me have always kind of had an obsession with, I've always had an obsession with colts. Oh, like
Colt.
C-U-L. Colts. Not colts like horses, like little horses. I mean, they're cute.
Little horses.
But I've always had an obsession with like learning about them and or organized crime. That's like my everything organized crime. Jimmy Hoffa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyways, so growing up, these two girls have had to listen to me and Julie, like watching documentaries, listening to podcasts, all the things, right? And so they have gotten like sucked into this love too. And I think that maybe it'll work in our favor at some point because one wants to be a lawyer.
Start a cult? Is that what you're trying to say?
We should, the MooMoos.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. But one wants to be a lawyer and one wants to be an investigator. So I think somehow maybe this will have a positive spin.
Yes. I love investigating.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good they don't want to be murderers, I guess. They're going the opposite way. They're not like, I'm going to serial murder.
Yeah. I mean, we don't need a Dexter in the family.
They're rarely women.
I love watching Dexter.
When they are women, they're usually very like conniving.
I
and
know they're very like
just not what's the word? Wait.
Women are like psychological.
Yeah.
Like, they will ruin you.
they are very particular about everything that happens.
That's why they have the show Snapped. But anyways, right. So I wanted to kind of say all of that because we all love murder. So anyways, so you can tell your story about this murder that you just heard of. So something.
It's something I realized about myself when I turned 40. I like hardly watch like fictional stuff anymore. It's all nonfiction and it's usually murder. Right? And so, I mean, I don't know. So like I watch like anything now. So something popped up on my TikTok. Can't talk.
Tip talk.
Okay. And it was like this like preview of a show that was on Max. And I was like, oh my gosh, I got sucked in. And it said the funeral home murders. I'm like, how do you murder at a funeral?
Yeah, I
home?
was just
That's what he did. Dude, this is freaking crazy. I don't know. Do you girls have Max? Because if you don't, we got.
No, we used to.
They freaking got rid of it, and that had all the.
You got big girl money. Cut back on ravioli. Get your Max.
$30 on mine.
Oh, it is expensive. Okay, I'll give you my password. Okay. No, Max, we're not giving out passwords. I'm sorry.
We are not.
We're not.
No.
Okay.
We're Carrie.
So this couple, they're kind of like a Ken and Barbie couple. They own a funeral home business. And in the state of Colorado, to be a mortician, you don't need a license. Yeah, I think they changed it now because of this. This couple, they ran a all natural homeopathic kind of ways. I say like an all natural play that. Oh, but no, they ran like an all natural funeral home. So like they didn't embalm bodies.
Oh my God, is it like they like put them in the ground? Like the
Yes, and you become one. We plant a tree. Yeah, that whole thing. Okay, you may have seen this. Okay,
No, it's gonna be a very smelly graveyard.
Is it the one where the caskets are made out of like grass? And then like you put seeds on them and then it
like you literally plant the person.
you literally plant it.
so yeah, they do that as well. Is what they promoted.
Oh.
Okay, so their name, their business name was like Natural something, whatever, right?
Natural funerals.
Yeah, so people were giving them their dead and saying, "Oh yeah,
They're dead.
well, they're like okay." So this one lady, her son died, like an overdose kind of a thing, and she took her son there, and they were gonna cremate him, and then she got his ashes back, didn't think anything of it. Well, last year, people that lived close to one of their funeral homes, because they had 2 locations, were like, something smells really bad in there. And so the funeral home association, the whatever League of Morticians, I don't know, they go in and they call this couple and they say, people are recording something. We need to come do a check and do an inspection. And they're like, okay, we'll see you tomorrow. They never show up. They call the cops because the smell is a very bad smell of death.
Wait, the owners didn't show up?
They never showed up.
Oh, okay.
They're now on the run.
Oh, like actively.
Yeah. I mean, I think they caught him now, but they were on the run. They took off. As soon as that mortician people told them we're going to come investigate, they took off. And the cops come and they open the door and I quote, they said, juices came up over their ankle.
It was moist in there.
There was almost 200 bodies just stacked up everywhere. 192 bodies were stacked up in this.
So what were the ashes from?
Okay, I'll get there.
Okay.
Yo, you're along the right path.
Yeah, I'm
Miss-
curious.
Okay, so they have to go in there. There's a bunch of like where once you receive a body, you have to either cremate it or you have to keep it cold, like those big drawers they have. You know,
keep it in the fridge.
so they didn't have their freezers stopped working, their cold cooler stopped working, but they just kept putting bodies in the cooler. Well, then they ran out of room in the bodies in the cooler, so they just started stacking them up around the funeral home, and they stopped using this location. They only used their other one. Okay, so people who have a jar of ashes, they're like, that's my son. If you just told me his juices are in, because they're like all mixed in, so they had to like really check, you know.
The DNA is everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's like that lady we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. So they tell this lady, your son's here. Those aren't his ashes. Well, in the back of this funeral home, they found Quikrete. So concrete, a bag of Quikrete, and a bag of playground sand. They were mixing playground sand and concrete together and filling the urns with it and giving it to people.
So then what's the plan? What do they do with bodies? Like harvesting organs?
Well, it looks like when they first opened, they were running a legitimate business. But like I said, they're Barbie and Ken kind of a couple. And so they started just taking the money from people and then just piling up bodies. They had the money. They didn't have to pay to cremate. They had to do all this stuff.
But you got to do something with the damn bodies at some point.
They probably just never
It's
went
like
in
song.
there.
And the bodies hit the floor.
Yeah,
Bodies hit the floor.
Bodies melt on the floor. Yeah. So it was really bad. And so they just went to court and got 20 years.
Like negligent.
Yeah, it was
Like
what is
a
it?
mortician?
Like something when you don't.
Negligent of the deceased.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
the lawyer. It's the lawyer guy.
Yeah, it's not like when you like mutilate a dead body,
Right.
you know, or like chop it in pieces.
Yeah.
No, they just left it to rot. And so they still have bodies they have not identified. There's also families that still don't know where the loved ones are. They have a jar that they've like put water in and they go, oh, this turned to concrete. This isn't my human.
Make a little, concrete floor with them.
Yeah, but that's not them. It's just cement and playground sand. Yeah,
We gotta watch that one.
yeah. It's the Curious Case of Something is what the name of the show is, and then they have a bunch of different episodes. Anyway, I was just like, my husband came home from work after I was watching. I was like, I gotta tell
Makes you wonder.
Yeah.
You've got an urn. Is it really your loved one?
I
or
gotta
is
go
it
check my
concrete
brother.
And
For everyone out there, my brother who is deceased would appreciate that joke, and he'd be fine with it. Totally fine. He's good, and I'm pretty sure we have him. We did.
I'm like 95% sure it's Danny.
Yeah, Danny is in the jar at Mom's house, and in a necklace that I was given by my sister. So yeah, he's there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Since we're talking about murder, my biggest goal for when I become an investigator or a detective
Is to actually be the murderer.
is to figure out who the Zodiac killer was.
they just did.
I thought they already figured that out.
They just
Hold on, you just ruined her whole life goal. She has nothing to look forward
they
to.
did figure that one out, but they also just figured out who Jack the Ripper was.
Oh yeah, DNA. I heard about that, but I didn't watch it. Wow.
Yeah, it was some dude. Oh my god, I don't remember what his name was, but yeah, they figured it out recently.
Well, like I don't know.
Nash,
Just the one. John Benet Ramsey. That's the one they've been really getting into that one too. I feel like they've been coming back to all of the old cold cases, but they've been really apparently now the parents are the number one suspect.
they always were.
Well,
What everybody else, but not the police.
What about that girl that went missing over in like Spain or somewhere? Maddie something. Do you remember that? They were at a resort, like an upper class resort,
not trying to hold your hand.
and the little girl went missing. They had. I thought it was Maddie's son and another.
Yeah, I haven't watched.
Sorry.
that.
I'm over here just like.
Are you looking at the Jack the Ripper thing?
Yes, but it says it was a what?
Do you have a picture of him?
It was a 23-year-old. Of course, it had to be a Polish immigrant. Oh, I'm just making.
I'm not really sure how to
No,
respond to that.
I'm joking.
She loves Polish people. Their hot dogs are delicious.
Katie, I would like to apologize. I was wrong. I was thinking of the Golden State Killer. So Zodiac Killer has not been caught yet.
But they're saying that the real Jack the Ripper died in a mental institution in 1919.
Well, that would be a good place for him to be.
I mean,
You have to be.
I guess I need to read more on that.
I mean, the documentary I watched, Zodiac Killer, that one was crazy. You should watch that. Netflix.
Yeah. It's
So I watched it and I was like, they found him. They found the Zodiac killer. They got him. Whatever. But no,
I think they just
still
didn't have enough evidence.
Yeah, there's not much evidence. Yeah.
So I stayed in a because as everybody knows, I travel for work. I stayed in a hotel this week.
Did you pack underwear?
You know what's okay? I got a story about that. But let me tell you about the
did pack
hotel.
underwear.
Yes.
Got it.
But so I stayed at a different hotel this week, and it was in downtown Astoria, and cool, like historic building, super cool historic building. And as I'm in there, I was reading about how some people try to say that it's haunted, but I didn't feel like it was. I thought it was excellent. It had jacuzzi tub and heated floors. So
You were just hoping you'd run into Zach Bagans.
Yeah.
I never believed in ghosts until I come face to face with one.
no. What I was going to tell you is this last week, we had the snowstorm and all that,
Oh,
and I was up there, and I would,
not really.
well,
Ice storm. It was
snow
cold.
there was snow.
It was snowy.
Anyways,
There was rain that was kind of snow.
I called Dwayne. I'm like, I got to try to get home. So as I'm trying to get home, they closed down the highway. So I turned around and I was like, well, I guess I'm going to get a hotel room. So I get a hotel room and Dwayne's on the phone with me. And I was like, listen, I got a problem. He's like, what? And I was like, I legitimately only packed enough underwear for the days that I was going to be here. And he was like, are you kidding me? I was like, I at least I had some.
Yeah.
But I ended up getting home that night. So
You could do that old trick that you did last
Yeah,
time.
I
Just
know.
rinse them out.
I'm about ready to buy me some of
To
that.
look at.
I'm about ready to buy me some of that little like travel Tide.
You know what I think you need is, like if you've ever stayed somewhere and you're like, oh, I need a toothbrush where they have those hacks. You need one with like a pair of chonies in it
Yes.
and socks.
Don't they
and
have the little
put it in
like
a car.
tablets that you put in water? And then it like grows to be
Oh, you need row of hair.
Jones.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny is I was talking to my best friend Josie, and she said, favorite thing about the whole podcast was your mom in her underwear. And I was like, okay.
Because it's realistic and people don't actually want to admit that they do it. But
Yeah.
Anyways,
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I'll tell you a story because of that. When I was in New Orleans, what was that? 3 years ago.
It was 3 years ago.
Almost 4 years ago, actually, probably. I had to be there for 10 days and I packed a lot of stuff, but because it was so hot, like I couldn't rewear any of my clothes. And I actually had to wash my clothes in the tub. Like, because they didn't
have laundry service?
No, the hotel, which was odd. The hotel I was at didn't have laundry service. I wasn't about to go pack up my stuff and go down to a laundromat in New Orleans. Like, anyways, so it's not a first time I've ever had to do that.
I feel like laundromat in New Orleans is like
Probably the most entertaining.
yeah.
It probably would
And also like a good like novel, like a story for tag up for your novel.
to laugh. I probably would have been in there like trying to sing like Princess and the Frog songs because it's my favorite movie.
She gets that from me.
Yeah.
That's my sick movie, by the way.
All right, I'm gonna pull a card now. It's my turn. That's not because you guys keep picking me for all the cards.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. If we were all hitchhikers, who would be the last person to get picked up? I feel like y'all are gonna say me again.
Julie.
Yeah. All right, your card. Read your card.
I feel like
me.
I feel like I don't know if you would be. I think that here's the thing. I think out of the four of us, I think that they would probably pick the three of us up, but I think that we'd quickly get dropped off. Like you would want to deal with this.
With us talking so much.
Yeah. My husband did tell me because I was telling him that I was scared I was gonna get trafficked at one point, and he goes, "Okay, no offense, babe, but you're older now, and you're really not like sex traffickable." My own husband told me that.
It's the same thing I tell them all the time. Like, who wants this? Like, my organs are like half through their life.
I don't even have like most of my organs anymore. They've already been yanked out.
You know what I just think? I tell everyone this. If I'm ever kidnapped or something, I know karate, so like,
Oh yeah, she's our ninja.
come after me.
She doesn't
happen.
She doesn't really know karate. She thinks she does.
I do.
They're gonna lure her in with potty treats.
I also have a pole under my bed, so if anybody comes and tries to attack me, I literally have a metal pole.
Please do not pull out that metal pole. And I have seen your assassin going on. Please do.
Someone's gonna be walking in the house and I don't know who they are. I'm just gonna walk out.
You have a dog. Your dog will take
You
it.
will not do anything. Have you met him?
Okay, we gotta round this out. These people are probably all tired of listening to us.
Well, we have a bunch of bidding.
Oh yeah, Julie was doing really good at singing at the beginning. So. Okay, my card says, and I feel like I already know the answer to this one. Most likely to RSVP yes to the party, but never show up.
Mom.
Because
It's not me.
She is the one who does her Irish goodbyes.
I have perfected it.
Yeah.
I am.
If you don't know what an Irish goodbye is, it's when you literally just leave and you don't say goodbye.
You dip out.
You're like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and wash my face really quick,
and then you just never come back.
and then you don't come back.
I think I was actually at a work event one time where I was like, oh yeah, I was in a conversation and I'm like, yeah, okay. I was like, well, you know what? Let me run to the restroom and I'll be right back. We can finish that conversation. The bathroom was like here and the door to leave was like here. And I legitimately just
walked right past that bathroom.
I walked right out. I had my purse and everything on. So I was like, and on Monday, the coworker was like, where'd you go? Were you okay? Like, I was like, oh yeah, no, I just got a little tired. Had to go home. They're like, and they went in to finish the conversation.
Oh no, I'm way too scared to do an Irish goodbye.
I'm gonna do it once. It's like exhilarating.
No, because then
But this is my mom doesn't commit crime, so this is her exhilarating
crime experience.
Yeah, and she's actually perfected it. She's really good because she fooled me. She was just like, I'll be right back. I'm like, okay, cool.
There's a part of me that wants to like one day Irish goodbye at work, like for real, like not give a notice. I think it's called job abandonment.
I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Sure that's not allowed.
Yeah. Anybody that works with Catrina, if she says she's going potty, she's not. She's gone. She's walking out that door.
I know my threshold. Okay, there's sometimes where I just gotta.
Sometimes when we're at a family event, sometimes she'll be like, don't say goodbye.
Oh yeah.
You gotta say goodbye to the
Remember?
whole crowd.
Do you remember that? Well, yeah. Okay, here's the thing about, I mean, you know this, you're part of the family. Like, everybody's got to say goodbye, and it takes like 20 minutes to say goodbye and give hugs.
Yes, and hugs.
And
And I
I'm-
hate hugs,
and
and everyone
some-
wants to hug me.
Yeah, and sometimes I'm at like the end of my rope, and I'm like, I don't want to hug or say goodbye. I just want to go.
Don't touch
They
me.
aren't gonna miss me. And so we were
None of you are gonna miss me, so I'm leaving.
we were at an event, and I told the girls because it was late, and Dwayne was still like socializing, because that's the thing, like he's social and I'm not sometimes, and he's still socializing, and all of us, the three of us, were like, I go, how about, okay, Katie, you go to the car first, and then like 10 minutes later, Abby, you go to the car, and then I'll like go around the other side.
We
just
that was
did
wedding, wasn't it?
I was gonna say,
It was a wedding.
didn't we just do that somewhere too? I thought we just did that.
We did.
Yeah.
And so we like because I'm a strategy person, so I just strategically like
She knows where the exit is at.
The thing is, though, the problem with that wedding experience was that we didn't tell Dad. So he eventually like came out. He said he was going to the bathroom, and he came looking for us. And he goes, "Wait, where'd you guys go?" Like I said, I was going to the bathroom, and my mom goes, "Get in the car. We're leaving over this. We need. We're ready to go. Like we're all waiting."
it was
for
like
ya."
1 a.m.
Yeah, we were tired. And my dad was the DJ, so that's why.
Okay, but there was
I
also
would say this wasn't my wedding because you guys wouldn't stop partying.
there was also a time where we did the same thing, and he came out and got in the car, and I really honestly was like prepared for him to be still like ready to socialize for another hour. He got in the car and he was like, "Let's go." I was like, he totally
We
did
all
the
have,
Irish
like-
goodbye too.
Yeah, we all have like the same social battery life. I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like it's like I get a warning at like 5%.
Yeah.
And then it's like from 5% to 0, like
Well, and
Oh,
there's
Dad.
some people that drain your battery heavily, and then there's other times where you're like, "Oh, I could stay here." Like you guys don't really drain my battery very much. It almost kind of recharges it. There's some people you're like, "I'm done." Like 2 minutes in, and
like the
you're-
guy at the Safeway checkout.
I don't hang out with him.
No, we forgot the MooMoos at Walmart, so we had to come back in.
Wait a minute, you went to the Walmart to get MooMoos, and that's what you had to run back in for?
It's Katie's fault.
They were
Okay,
She had to get deodorant or something, and I got
Yeah.
totally.
I got Old Spice, by the way.
Ben?
Yes. Okay, anyways. So, anyway.
Just want to stick on that topic.
We got in the car, and
After the little girl like almost assaulted us with the
assault.
with the Girl Scout cookies, she didn't. Well, everybody will hear this after, but
Did
she
you put those in the freezer?
I did. I put the Thin Mints in there, but she didn't really assault us. We're just saying that because
Yeah.
Dwayne would have been mad if we came home with cookies.
I just walked in with them and tell them I didn't have a story.
Well, anyways, so we forgot the MooMoos, and so my mom was like, "I'll drive," and so she goes and she parks, and we're running inside, get the MooMoos, whatever. We go to the checkout. This lady behind us, she is just
I forgot.
she got this shampoo and conditioner, 2 different flavors. I don't know what it's called.
Smell sense.
And so then she's talking about me. She's talking to me, and she goes, "Oh yeah, my hair. I just love this one, and now I need another one." And
She was having a full on conversation with Katie.
and I was like, "Oh, right, yeah, I love that one."
Katie was totally.
I did not know what she was talking about. I had no clue what she was talking about. I knew it was like about.
She was talking about how she used to use Pantene and she had to go to Costco to get it. And now she just uses native. I'm sorry. It doesn't look like native. Anyways, she's using that now, but she tried to order it on her app, but the app wouldn't work, but she walked in and it was right there. So she was,
I mean,
this whole thing, it was literally like a 2-minute section of time in our day.
Some of us work from home and have no one to talk to. And so when we go to Walmart and we see a nice little girl, we're like, I'm going to tell her about my shampoo and conditioner. You're the little girl. Also, maybe you really are my child because we're goober magnets and you just attracted a goober.
Yeah. Okay.
oh, thanks.
We gotta cut this off.
All right,
Because I got to get this MooMoo off.
Okay.
Not in like
Oh
a
wait,
mean way.
but I was gonna tell you guys they have pockets. They got pockets.
That's where she found.
Sound my nerves.
I feel like I gotta fill them. I gotta fill them up with stuff later. Oh, cookies. I could put cookies in it.
Those pretzels.
Oh yeah, with the cheese. With the cheese.
You know how I feel.
Okay.
Cheese.
No, yeah. Thank you, Abby and Katie, for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Out, bitches.
I'll see you guys later.